I got into film photography after picking up the Argus A4 at a flea market around 2017-2018. Since then, I've shot a lot of cameras, and I mean a lot. And if I could pick one, I would pick this, the Canon A-1. I have a lot of reasons why I love this camera, and I'm not only going to give you 3 of them. Oh no, not even 5. I'm going to give you a whopping 6 reasons why I love this camera so much. First off, we have the amount of exposure modes this camera even holds. We've got manual, aperture priority, shutter priority, and program mode. I got this camera in 2019. I only bought battery for this once, and it's still going strong. Another reason would be the viewfinder having the light meter inside of it. This light meter is nothing short of just convenient. It's fast, it's effective most of the time. The fourth one being that the Canon A1 is pretty much the most user-friendly SLR on the market currently, at least when it comes to film photography. It is incredibly straightforward to use, from the ISO selection to loading, focusing, exposure control, and just shooting in general. It's so satisfying being able to use it with no issues whatsoever. Which, unless you do come across the infamous E in your viewfinder, which is usually an easy fix by pushing down the multiple exposure lever and winding your camera. And by then, I think you should be good. Fifth reason being the main switch. That little thing on the top of the camera, by switching it to L and locking the camera of all of its functions, I could just shove it in my bag, carry it around my waist, or put it around my neck, and have it shake around or whatever and come into contact without worrying about the shutter going off whatsoever. It is also great that this thing has 2 self-timer modes, whether I'd be taking pictures of my friends or family, or trying to make long exposures when I don't have a shutter cable release. Last but not least, my favorite part, the design of this thing. Absolutely everything with this camera, despite a few things, is amazing, especially the build quality, because oh my goodness, has this camera been through some stuff with me. I've taken this thing with me on so many trips and has never failed me, although I should probably start carrying an extra battery just in case. It is partially made of metal, yet it's small and still very lightweight. It is incredibly ergonomic, especially with the camera featuring an action grip, weird name, but this feels amazing to hold. Another thing is just the placement of these buttons on the camera. Once you become familiar with this thing, you can change the shutter speed and aperture without having to take your eye out of the viewfinder. Add on the sound and the tactility of the shutter button, the film winder, just absolutely everything about this camera. It's excellent. All in all, I love this camera. If I had to pick one out of every single one of mine, it would be this one. It's reliable, robust, easy to use, and just familiar. If you come across one of these in a store or online for a good price, pick it up. It's worth every single cent. And now here are some more shots I've gotten with this camera. And as always, thank you for watching.